Welcome back to the Property Power Couple with Colton and Haleigh, providing comfort and confidence to your real estate experience. How are you?
I'm great. How are you guys?
We're great. We're very excited. We have a super special guest today, Miss Dee Lemmons. Tell us a little bit about yourself and the brokerage that you have here in Ellis County.
Sure. Dee Lemmons, Premium Realty Group. We're located in Ellis County, northern Ellis County. I've been in business since 2018. I've been a broker for 23 years.
Dang, girl, let's go.
Yeah, love it. Love what I do.
Awesome.
23 years, but you have some stories.
You have no idea.
So y'all do primarily residential sales?
Yes,
Awesome.
Primarily residential, property management, and some commercial.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So we're very alike in that. You know, Colton does property management. I stay over here in my lane. He stays over there in his. So 23 years. So you've had your brokerage. And how do you think you built up that business? Like if there is one key component that you need to work as a new agent, what would that be to be in this business for 23 years?
Nurture your relationships.
Yes.
In real estate, we call that the sphere of influence. So you have to start there.
Awesome. We are very big in our sphere of influence.
Yes.
We talk about it a lot.
Okay.
I know that you do a lot of Tom Ferry stuff, and
Yes.
there's now a bunch of Edge Global stuff, which is how we got to be, which we love.
Yes.
We did a lot of Buffini stuff
Okay.
prior to, and it was very sphere of influence. So that was driven into us from the beginning with the calls, notes, pop-bys, just being in front of them all the time.
Top of mind.
Top of mind. I want to be the guy that they think of when they think real estate.
Absolutely.
Right? I think that really helped us build, and that's what we try to train to and educate to for our team.
So 23 years.
Yes.
A lot of nurturing the sphere makes a lot of sense. What are you doing anything unique to you and your process for like actually staying top of mind? Like calls and conversations and getting that relationship, continuing that relationship again. But are there other things that you're doing that are like Dee Lemmons, you know, because it's like, are there things that you're putting into that?
Yes. I believe in staying in contact after the sale with my clients. So we do every year, we have a thank you for our clients, a client appreciation event, I guess you would call it. So we started during COVID. And it was a drive-through. We rented out a local hotel.
Yes.
They had an undercarriage. And we stood out there with our masks and sent out invitations. And our clients formed lines and they came through and we just gave them small tokens of appreciation. And everyone looks forward to it every year. So it's gotten bigger and better every year.
I love that. We are big client appreciation party people. So we do our annual Pie Day.
Okay.
Which is the same kind of thing. So we go buy these giant Costco pies and we bring everyone into the office. We had to do some interesting COVID times.
Because during that time, our daughter Kinley had just been born the previous February.
Okay.
So we're in November, so she's like 9 months old. And Haleigh got sick that morning.
Literally
of
our big event that we
the night before Pie Day, she's like, I'm like, dude, you're sleeping on the other side of the house. I'm not getting this, you know? And we have in some of our slideshows in the office and some of the marketing stuff, there's occasionally the COVID pictures that'll pop up. Oh. And you can see us out there at,
Kimmel Park.
Yeah, it was Kimmel Park. And we're all out there with just pies and masks and we're handing out, branded masks and sanitizer.
We gave out like Thanksgiving mask and we've done that for 10 plus years now, and we have loved it. And so now it's better because we don't have to do the mask drive-by without me even being able to be there. That one was rough. But now what we do is they all come into the office and we have live music and we have snackies and they get their pie. We have drinks. Everyone gets to hang out, and it's so cool to watch our clients that we've had for a long time. Now they're looking for, I get to see that person, and now I get to talk to this person. And so now our clients are excited to talk to our other clients at our event.
That's a great thing. And then it translates into helping our clients' kids.
Yes.
And it just goes on and on. So.
Yes. And so we are big conversation part. I love that you're doing something like that too.
Yeah.
We're big into all of that. What? Yeah, this is when it's like working with yourself. I'm like, I can read your mind, but I don't know what
that's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, but I don't know what you're about to say. So you do all of that. And then I know you said that you're in Waxahachie, you have a couple of agents, but what is the thing that real estate's hard, right? Yeah, and you've been in it for a long time. And we've seen the cycles with all the people. I think we've been in it for a long time, being 12 years. I'm very proud of that. But 23 kicks that butt. So, what would be the one thing from a business standpoint that you think you have to stay in this business?
Follow through. Mm-hmm. You have to stay in front of the people, no matter what that looks like. And also, you have to have processes in place that works for you, right? Like it's not a one thing fits all things. Right. But the one thing I learned a little later in real estate, which I think I should have learned early on in real estate, but I think that's because I didn't come into real estate in a typical big brokerage fashion. I came in a small boutique. So there was some things that were missing that I learned later on. But what makes my job easy as a broker who still works in real estate is having a seller or buyer consultation meeting before going out and showing any properties, because that way you're able to lay out your expectations with your clients and your clients can lay out their expectations. So when we do go out, they're already educated on the buying or selling process. And it just makes the transaction flow a little smoother because we've had an hour and a half sit down consultation on what it looks like to buy and what it looks like to purchase a home. And my non-negotiables are, and I mean they are non-negotiables, Sundays and Wednesdays. Sunday particularly, I don't work because I have to go give thanks. Wednesday, same concept because I love Bible study. I'm a Bible study group leader at my church. And I work on Wednesdays, but I don't show on Wednesdays. And I set that up front, Sometimes there's, certain situations where you have to kind of, if a client is coming out of state.
Yeah, there's always that,
But 99% of the time, that's a non-negotiable for me.
I love that.
So how long has that been a non-negotiable? So
I got my license in 2002, and I think I started that around 2006.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just curious how long, because right when you're brand new, you're starting out, it's like, hey, 9 o'clock on a Sunday, you want to see something, we'll jump. But, that boundary.
And so you just have that conversation up front. Hey, buyer, seller, I'm so grateful for your business. Here are my hours. I don't work on Sunday and I don't show on Wednesday.
Absolutely. And scheduling, we control our schedules as agents. Everything goes in the schedule, especially when my kids were younger.
Yeah.
Like volleyball games, track meets, whatever, math wars, all that goes on the schedule. Non-negotiable. You have to take care of your physical and mental and spiritual well-being.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Or it's draining and it can be burnout. I know when we've set that expectation and we have those conversations and we say, hey, here are my hours. Between 8 and 8, call or text me. Right? That's that's longer than a business day. Like Absolutely. That's very normal. I try to be done by 2 o'clock on Saturdays and I try not to work on Sundays.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, oh yeah, okay. Now we still end up showing on Sundays and all that. But when the mindset is, I'm not immediately accessible to you on this day, you don't get the crazy messages. Or, now the iPhone update where you can send later is like my favorite thing that ever happened. Okay. But we used to a lot and we still do a little bit, but I think people are using that feature. Get that. Don't reply to this until tomorrow. But I didn't want to forget to say it.
Yeah.
And once we saw those start coming in, it's like setting the expectation up front. Really, you're a professional. They respect that.
Absolutely.
They're going to respect that. But you have to set that boundary. You have to tell them. And it's seeing that even doing it since 2006, clearly it works.
Yeah.
Clearly it works.
Yeah. I don't do stress very well. So I have to set it up to where it works for me.
I love that.
So started in 2002, boundary set in 2006, and you've been rocking it 23 years.
Yeah.
So you've seen some things.
I've seen some things.
I am curious with some of the bigger swings, right? The 2008 And you got the kind of recovery out of that into COVID, and then now where we are. What are the things that you lean on or you go back to in those major shifts that have carried you through those times?
Yeah, just talking to the people. Just staying in front of the people. That's it. Nurturing relationships.
Yeah.
All about the relationship.
All about the relationships. During the 2008-10 real estate crisis, I was the foreclosure listing agent for some of the top banks. And that was an eye-opening experience, learning through all that. But it got, those are trying times. People were losing jobs. And that's when I saw the compassion of the big banks. I'm going to tell you guys a story.
Yes.
So I would have to go knock on the door to make sure that the houses are vacant, or if someone is there, deliver a letter of foreclosure. This one particular property, I walk up to the door. This lady answers the door. Hey, I'm here representing XYZ Bank. The house is being foreclosed on. I wanted to talk to you about it. And the lady just breaks down and starts crying. She was like, what? I just paid. She was a renter. She had just paid someone $6,000 to move into the property. And her husband had just passed away.
Wow.
She didn't realize that she was being scammed. And so I said, well, do you have a number from who you're renting from? She gives me the number and I call, standing in front of her, and the number was no longer in service, right?
Wow.
This lady had 4 kids, just lost her husband, not a lot of money. So I go back and contact the bank, and this bank, which is why I still love this bank to this day, it was during a holiday. They showed this woman so much grace and even gave her money to move.
Oh, wow.
That is,
Yeah. So it's those things that make you appreciate humanity.
Yes. And when you're doing so many crazy things, you actually get to see it.
You get to see it.
Right. And that is, that's crazy.
That's wild.
We haven't had a ton of experience with that just because of, so I got my license in 2013. Yeah. Is that the right year? Yeah. And so we were coming out of that time whenever I started.
Okay.
And so then we've, kind of seen from there. And so we haven't had a ton of that. But they're coming back around.
They're coming back. Yeah.
They're coming back around, all the foreclosures and things. We've had to do more trainings on short sales. And that short does not mean a short time period. It means very long time period with short funds.
Yeah.
We've had to do a lot of that. But man, I love that you say that you can see the humanity in some of this, being around all of that. So another question, did you have one?
No,
I got one. So there's this word in business and real estate that can be kind of like, okay, I've heard it enough, but it's so vitally important.
Okay.
Accountability.
Accountability, yes.
How do you feel about accountability, and how do you keep yourself accountable to being in business this long? You've obviously had to figure something out.
Okay, and that's the thing. As small, we're not just real estate brokerage owners. We're small business owners. So we have to handle finances, marketing, education. We have to do it all. Yeah. So when my daughter, my oldest daughter was a senior and my youngest daughter was a sophomore in high school, I was like, wait a minute. We're about to be empty nesters around here. Hold up, And up until that time, I was trucking along, like literally just trucking along in real estate. But now I'm like, wait, I got to really refocus on me. I want to give my business more power and really, transform my business, because this is what I'm going to be doing. Both of my kids are going to be in college. And so I jumped into real estate coaching because I knew I'm a self-starter, go-getter, all of that. But I still needed accountability for someone who could be there that I could bounce things off of and to push me forward with the goals that I saw for the business. We have to forecast where we want to be in this business, not just at the end of the year going into the next year, but we have to look forward, Yes, we do.
Yes, we know.
Yes, we know. Yeah. We have to, it's a rule. In college, I had a business professor and he gave us 10 rules of life.
Okay.
And one of them was begin with the end in mind. And that just always stuck with me. I'm like, okay, we have to continuously be transforming our business, not just our business, but our personal lives. We have to continue to show up for ourselves.
Yes. Yes. And I think you do a great job at that. We've got to know you over the last year, which we're so grateful for. And we've seen you live what you say.
And so do you guys.
It's
It's a blessing to have someone to bounce things off of.
Yes.
It doesn't always have to be a competition in real estate. You know,
Right.
some people, a lot of agents are like, oh, that's a competition. That's a competition. No, there really is enough business to go around, and we can collaborate with our coworkers or,
Yeah, and that's why we go to all these trainings and why we go to all these seminars, because if I can hear one thing from you, that I could take and turn into my business, knowing that you gave it to me, you told me you're not mad if I use it, right? And change things. And we've always been really big in that, on the sharing and the collaborating. I think both of our companies share that.
Absolutely.
And do all that. So we're very grateful.
I think it's cool too, because if you're, it's not necessarily the idea of a rising tide rises all ships, but right now, if you ask anybody what their opinion is of a used car salesman, right? We all know the stereotypes aren't great. And I think in many ways, there are agents in the industry that have sort of embodied a negative persona and done a lot to not help improve that perception. And so when you're bouncing things off and you are engaging with other agents and everybody's getting better, the industry as a whole gets better.
Absolutely.
And, we're already seeing a major shift in the amount of FSBOs and people just trying to do it on their own.
Yeah.
And I think part of that is because you have less agents available in the market today than you used to. The people who weren't doing business, who weren't really out there maintaining the relationships, going to trainings, getting better, have gone and gotten other jobs. And you're left with the people who were actually engaged in the process. And so when you are collaborating, you are bouncing those things off, you're getting better because you're teaching the material and it's getting more ingrained in you, but you're also kind of rising the community as a whole.
Oh, absolutely.
And education is the key in anything we do. And I think our clients and customers in real estate, they appreciate when we as agents educate them.
Yes.
And we leave that door open. Hey, it's not always about the sale. If you have a question, you can call me at any time. I get questions all the time from different clients, past customers, just calling and asking questions.
Yeah.
We are available as realtors for you to contact us and just ask a question.
Yes.
It doesn't always have to translate. We're not always looking for the sale. We are people too. And I think people forget that.
Yeah.
And we have questions. We don't know everything, but we do our best to go get that answer for you.
Absolutely. I might be calling Dee and be like, girl, this crazy thing just happened. Tell me what I need to do.
And especially in property management, I may be calling Colton, so.
Yes.
Yeah.
But having that community. So, all right, my last question for you today. Okay. You're doing something kind of cool.
Yeah.
You got a new chapter that's coming out, okay?
Multiple chapters.
What are you launching at the end of the month?
Oh my goodness. So at the beginning of each year, my church, we do what's called a solemn assembly, where it's a time of prayer to kind of forecast your year. And I was reading, Colossians 2:7, let your roots grow down into him, was a passage that I was studying. And I ain't gonna say the Lord popped an idea in my mind. So during those 30 days, I started sending out affirmations to the women in my phone, just like, hey, you are hot, honest, open, and transparent. What is the Lord doing for you? Just different things to motivate and help encourage. I did it for 30 days in different ways. And my friend group, they just like, can we send this out to other people? Well, that translated into a Christian affirmations journal called Rooted.
I love it.
That I will be launching on the 23rd of this month. I'm really excited about it. Tell you a quick story. I thought I was always a great English student, right? So my freshman year in college, I ran track. So when we go home for Christmas break, I got sick. I ended up with meningitis.
Oh my goodness.
And so when it was time to go back to school, second semester, I didn't go back initially. I ended up going back like a month and a half later because I was in the hospital, got out, recovered. Well, that affected me. And a lot of my friends don't even know it. Like, it affected my speech. And it kind of, at the time, the Lord has been working with me. My confidence in writing, a lot of things changed. So the fact that I am sitting here today, writing again, and my husband and my daughters, like, I would speak and they'll be like, Mom, that's not the word. It wasn't like they were helping me. It's been a lifelong changing game since I was in college. And sometimes, that there is not the right there, that where it's supposed to be is, it's are, but it was all because of what I went through in college. Like, it used to bother me, but it doesn't now. And the Lord is bringing that English and writing back to me. So it's been a journey, and I'm really excited about it because I was nervous about it, so once you get my journal, call Rooted. And if you see something off in there, even though I had it edited, it's okay.
You human. Well, we are really excited. We're going to be at your journal book launch. Yes. And so now you get to say, real estate agent, broker, coach, trainer, author.
Yes. To God be the glory.
Yes.
You're going to need a bigger business.
You're going to need a lot bigger business card for all this stuff. I love that. Well, Misty, we love you. We're so glad that you got to come on today. And we're going to link your book and all that stuff here in the podcast. And then we hope that you'll come back and join us again.
Wonderful. Thank you for having me. It was my pleasure. I love you guys too.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.